Did I just say men are emotionless? Let's get into the comment on the video I made. Men are more sociosexual than women, which I will link up above. And I had a really good comment from Joanne Sprock, who says, it is false saying that for men, sexual encounter can be emotionless. And yes, I agree, and that's not what I was saying. So I want to clarify what I meant and what Louise Perry's talking about in her book. Is that men are capable of great emotion during sex and before and during. They're very affectionate. They want you to enjoy yourself. They're very loving, very kind, generous, even often will try to make you come. Now, how considerate they are of your pleasure varies by the man, but I have had so many very passionate men that bring their full emotion into the bedroom. I mean, they're not mean, very sweet, very tender, very masculine. But that doesn't mean that they want to see me again, that they're emotionally attached, or that they have any kind of feeling about me. And that's the great difference. And that's the difference between men and women. Not that men don't have emotion, but they don't have to like you or want to see you again to have sex with you. I guess I could consider it the same way that I may go for a walk and I see some people walking by and they have these cute little puppies and I'm going to pet the puppies. They're so cute. They're so sweet. I just want to pet them. I play with them. And then I go on my walk. Now, the puppy isn't going to expect me to adopt him or anything. That's how men are with sex. Okay? So if you already like the puppy, you'll keep it, but you're not going to keep the puppy just because you petted it and it's cute. That's how you have to think of that men see women. Because what I told him is that most men are capable of emotional sex, and healthy men do have emotional sex. I would say the majority of men have emotional sex. If they were loved as children and they're not wounded, they're going to bring that emotion into the bedroom. Unless they're cut off from their emotion or some kind of like a psychopath. But they can easily discard the woman after, because sex to a man is mostly a physical need for release and to be with a beautiful woman. It's not personal. And so what I told him, most men are capable of emotional sex, then discard the woman after. That's a male trait. Pump and dump. Whether they feel affection and care during the sex isn't the issue. The issue really is that they're not going to feel any care or affection for the woman after the sex, because they don't need to have that to have the sex. Women in general will have sex with a man that they would also want to date. So for women, choosing a man for casual sex or choosing a man to date, it's the same type of man. But for men, it's not. A man will have sex with a lot of women that he would never even consider whether he even sees them after. So that is the big difference. I'm going to mention a couple other differences too in this video. One is that women can experience wanting to be sexual with a man without a need to release. Correct me, ladies, if you think I'm wrong. Just feeling like that lust or that horniness. But for men, wanting sex with the woman is accompanied with the need to release. So there is a different motivating factor. Like when I think I want to have an orgasm, I don't think, let me find a man. But I think when men want to have an orgasm and they're horny, they want to find a woman and they want to have the orgasm with that woman. And this is very age specific too, because the younger men are, the more they still have their testosterone and how nature built them, the more they will feel that need to release. When men get older, they generally want to have a little more warm-up time. They want to feel more emotionally connected. They don't care sometimes even if they come, because they enjoy the closeness, especially as they get older after 60 or 70. So I think a lot of it is a factor of the high testosterone. And in fact, I've heard women talk on videos about when they start taking testosterone, how their libido just went way up. Now, again, when I talk about the men that just do the pump and dump, they're not doing it to hurt women. In fact, they think that the women are okay with it because that's the culture that we're in now. Usually, when men get to be around the age of 30 and they figure out, oh my God, every woman that I've had sex with, she's like, where's this going? When can I see you again? Initially, the women all say, the younger women in their 20s will say, well, I'm okay with just hooking up. This is just, I'm okay with it. But I don't think they really are. I don't think they're being honest with themselves. They're hoping that the guy will really like them more over time. I don't think that they're being honest. And they're not being honest because they think that they're supposed to be okay with it. That's part of the culture. And in order to be with the guy, you pretty much have to have sex with him right away, even if he doesn't know yet if he, is going to move away for his job or anything like that. So when men figure it out, they generally do stop hooking up also. So that's because healthy men don't want to hurt women emotions either. So they're like, oh, well, I'm not going to just do that because I'm going to hurt the woman's feelings and I don't want to hurt women. But when they're younger, they think women like it too. Women like casual sex, don't they? And while I think there's some women who do, like you do see women who are like, into like the whole kink scene and the polyamory and the whatever. Those women are pretty rare, but those are the women that you see, in porn or whatever. But that's not the typical woman. So it gives a false portrait of women, and then people think, well, that's what women want. But really, we don't. And that's why I'm making videos like this. Now, it is possible, I guess, that a guy could have sex with the woman and get emotionally attached. But I think that's a special type of guy, kind of an outlier who maybe doesn't get a lot of women. And he's like, oh my God, somebody finally wants me. And so he grabs onto her because he finally got a woman. But men with options who have stuff going on are not going to get attached to a woman just because they had sex. You're not designed that way, okay? I will be back for the comments, and thank you so much for watching my video.